EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Raiders of Oakland. On the visitor sideline, their head coach. This guy's ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. These guys also found in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a guy who only became a starter relatively late in his career. It's the well-traveled veteran, Josh McCown.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off the new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's McCown. And caught by Curley. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
You look at this Raiders defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. On 4th down, the Jets turn things over to Locke Edwards to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
The numbers for Marshawn a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll get it up near 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Raiders had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And first down. First and 10.
First down, the run with Lynch. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this could be true.
Touchdown, Raiders! Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Janikowski good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7. Jets nothing.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is bolted at the end of that one. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 16.
Forte gets the handoff from McCown. And runs him over the field here. And marking down way up close to the 40-39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. They're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of running back. Because it used to be something that 30, you know, you get this back to the years. But now they're beginning to take some very good themselves, as you pointed out. You can take some run at any age.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries. Unfortunately, there he goes. Touchdown. So that's about as crazy as you're going to see. He lost the football, got it back, and took it into the end zone. Heading back into the huddle last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking about the field before the game got I was in a groove. He obviously was.
I think he's been honest about that being in a groove. That's a big time game. I think he feels like his expectation has come out because that's what creating spaces. Run through, making people break, deep tackles, did it in a big way. I'm confident in this game as well.
After the play fake to Lynch. This is a rocket pulled in by Cooper. He has a touchdown here. This one's going to get the first down.
That's good. Oakland. First down.
Card gives to Marchand. And he was at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Big winner Williams there on the stop.
Gain on the play.
And then his defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the running game because you know those defensive ends, they're like some sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That's a gain.
3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun for Carr. They'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
To throw his Carr. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Back deep for the Jets, Elijah McGuire. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. New York set to take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
To throw, it's McCown. He's got his man. It's Curse. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard
They
line.
fake the give. Now McCown. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter. Here's another good example.
From the gun on 3rd, McCown. He'll let it go deep for Curley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a
third and 4. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Short throw to Smith. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now after the play, it's Marshawn Lynch who appears to have been shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Carr gives to Rashard. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Throwing now is Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On play action, it's McCown. A dump off to Forte. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Number 22. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCown going to throw. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. To throw is McCown. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
It's McCown again. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, New York.
Let's go.
Play action. Now McCown. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
9 yards.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now McCown sets up the screen to Forte. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
23-yard line.
On play action, it's called. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And then he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Raiders 10.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's the thing to beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's good.
The defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
49-yard line.
Carr. Open man downfield is Cook. He's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Carr to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Richard. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10.
He was brought down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Now Carr. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
And the Raider 1st down. What now? 1st and goal.
Here's a give to Richard. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
So stuffed from the 2, and now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it,
DeAndre Washington, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to move back in front. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
and they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
Jets 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. So the count comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their own 16. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Raiders have got him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
It's 2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now McCown. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Bruce Irvin in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back near his goal line. Here's McCown. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins.
Complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Carr. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
180. 29. 29. What's up?
Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
That's good.
A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
13-yard line.
What?
Again, it's Richard. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll turn to the power game and all it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Richard into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Jets have recovered.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
And the Jets set to take the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Now McCown. Curley's got it complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's McCown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's McCown to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is McCown. And this is caught by Curse. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on the last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Crabtree with it over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
43-yard line.
Carr now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
What now?
Again, they'll throw with Carr. It's complete to Cook. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 on the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Janikowski on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. here is the running back. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. The Ravens even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's the veteran Tyrod Taylor. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Bills are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. One more to tell you about, it's the Vikings and the Steelers, the first ever regular season game in Ireland. And here's the Steelers running back. He's going to show some burst, and he has a score, 24 yards on the touchdown. The Steelers are out to a 2-0 start. They roll in this one. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's McCown. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now McCown. Now he's going to step up and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. McCown looking to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Jets, 21.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. This is Richard. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 36.
On the ground, Richard. And running routes here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
36-yard line.
Now they'll throw a Cook. Pitch and catch here to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Up the middle. Navigate his way down inside the 30.
That's another first down. First and 10 at
Because I believe the coach is saying that
third down. Now Carr. Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under his tail. An absolute bullet.
a 27-yard attempt.
Janikowski's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. 3 points in a response there. That opening touchdown is third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come into the second half and take over.
He's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. That's starting back around the 17.
17-yard line.
now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about wheels in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And what's in the end result on the scoreboard? Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, call this play significant.
On first down, this is 4-10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And caught by Curry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Justin Ellis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now McCown. Staying on his feet. He'll try and do this himself. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are an extra point away now from moving out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Raiders 27.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. So out come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. It's a screen to Richard. Nifty move. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
And an Oakland first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On play action, now Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Richard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
39-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Carr. Pitch and catch here to Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Richard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5. They pick up a 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Steelers will face an important two-point conversion attempt here.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
Carr will look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Got some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. And now out come the Jets. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 6. They run up the middle now with Forte. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now McCown. And find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Here's McCown. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, Anunwa. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. That'll be caught by Anderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
22 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
It completes it once more to Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Chosen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raiders offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Pitch and catch here to Cook. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
That's good for an Oakland first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
A gain of 5.
Second and 5.
Second and 5.
Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard has strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
Working
9.
from the gun, it's Carr.
Jets 48-yard line.
Roberts got it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Pitch and catch here to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
37-yard line.
To throw his Carr. Right back to Cook for another completion. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
24-yard line.
Carr gives it off to Washington. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Carr going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Janikowski on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And New York set to take the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Forte. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. yardage. And no more. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. McCown. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Let's go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd, McCown. That is caught. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Up the gut, it's Forte. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again they run. Again it's Forte. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now McCown. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell them, you had one job, all right? You knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Got a man here, it's Roberts. And he's brought down.
He picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 44-yard line.
Carr to throw. Open man downfield is Cook. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Oakland, 1st down.
Up the middle they go. Richard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Throwing his Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As will only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. McCown and the Jets now down by a field goal. 1:07 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw, McCown. Curley's got it, complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
McCown to throw. Open man, it's Safarian Jenkins. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. To throw is McCown. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. This crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd down.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's good for a Jets 1st down.
And this one is down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And the Jets are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
Monday warrior, mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. And now here come the Raiders. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Richard. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Pitch and catch here to Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Up the middle they go. Richard. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him now as he's just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I don't want to overhype been. But this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got his tight end, Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. First and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
And
they'll run again. And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like the little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially where you lose yardage, the overtimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Shreds it with a stiff arm. He's to midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
It's complete. It's Forte. And just 1 yard here from the 40 now to the 50.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. They are going for it. It's McCown. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So it's a win here for the Raiders, and it was Derek Carr, Charles, who was really the star of the show.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Raiders, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2.